Inside Gaming is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Defend yourself against DDoS attacks. ExpressVPN.com/inside.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Tuesday. Let's talk about Microsoft and exclusives. The company has been making a lot of acquisitions lately, and with the blockbuster Bethesda deal a few months back, a lot of people are wondering what that means for those games on other consoles.
You probably heard Microsoft announced a few months back that it was acquiring ZeniMax Media, aka the parent company of Bethesda Softworks, id Software, Arkane Studios, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, and more. Of course, also all of their properties. This is a big get.
Which means that Microsoft now owns Fallout, Doom, Dishonored, Elder Scrolls, Prey, Quake,
Preach.
Wolfenstein, and many more. It also means that they'll own upcoming games like the Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield.
Ooh, Starfield.
And Doom Internal.
Doom Internal when you eat too much spicy pepper slaw. What's pepper slaw?
Yo, Pepper Slaw.
It sounds like a real thing. Anyway, are all those franchises on Xbox now exclusively? Well, we got a little clarification on that recently thanks to Xbox Chief Financial Officer Tim Stewart.
And the money guy is always the best person to ask about these kind of things. Stewart spoke at something called the Jeffries Interactive Entertainment Conference last week.
Come to Jeffries' Fantastical Interactive Entertainment Exposition!
Tell me, friend.
Tell me, traveler, have you been able to pick up a wagon before? No?
Sometimes you just need to pick up a wagon. So anyways, at this good old Jeffries Interactive Entertainment Conference, Tim Stewart was talking about how they're going to handle the future releases of Bethesda games. And he said that what we'll do in the long run is we don't have intentions of just pulling all the Bethesda content out of Sony or Nintendo or otherwise.
So that's good, but there is a caveat. He added that we want that content in the long run to be either first or better or best on our platforms. We will want Bethesda content to show up the best as on our platforms. What?
The quote just starts and never ends.
No, that is the quote. That is the full quote.
Tim Stewart was immediately rushed to the hospital.
Yeah, he had an aneurysm in the middle of that sentence. So that could mean they'll pop up first on Game Pass, maybe as timed exclusives. That sounds like what it is. Or at least well, no, they will be on Game Pass because all their exclusives are.
Stewart brought up Game Pass specifically, saying if it shows up best in Game Pass, that's what we want to see. And we want to drive our Game Pass subscriber base through that Bethesda pipeline. Well, if it's best, then it's the best time for the best.
That's
must
right.
Be on X-Best. Boxing, the
Yes.
X-Best box. S-Series best.
Then he wrapped up by saying, I'm not announcing pulling content from our platforms one way or the other, but I suspect you'll continue to see us shift towards a first or better or best approach on our platforms. Didn't we just read that? Nope, it is just the same buzzwords in a different sentence.
God.
That's why they pay him the big bucks.
Yep.
He didn't say pipeline, though.
Yeah, to his credit.
I don't know that the Bethesda pipeline really is that.
Stop the Bethesda pipeline.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cutting Maryland in half.
That's
it's
right.
not worth it.
It's filled with crabs.
Gotta get those crabs from the ocean somehow. So there you go. Maybe those games won't be hard exclusives, but it definitely sounds like Xbox players will be getting them first. Microsoft isn't paying $7.5 billion to not have some kind of advantage when it comes to releasing these games.
Bethesda studio boss Todd Howard has also talked about this issue regarding the next Elder Scrolls game. He said that would be hard to imagine it being an exclusive. That's all he said about the topic, but it was encouraging.
Yeah, as for the acquisition by Microsoft, he said that Bethesda is giving up very little. He went on to say, Microsoft is very creator-driven. We're still going to get to be who we are. We're a subsidiary, but we're still running our games and pushing everything the way that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put a battle royale in Fallout 76.
Yeah, we sold out for $7.5 billion.
I mean, it's a pretty decent amount to do it for.
I've seen bigger numbers.
Oh yeah? Name one.
Yeah, like our defense spending?
Nice. Actually, this is interesting. There's 7.5 billion people in the world, roughly, which means that it was $1 for every person.
See, they could have just as easily sold the company to the world populace.
Well, the world could have all paid $1.
We could have all owned Bethesda.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, huh? Next time.
Anyways, this is all something that we've heard from other studios that have been acquired by Microsoft, that they've been a pretty good boss. We'll talk more about Microsoft and the Xbox Series X in just a quick second, but first let's talk about something everyone needs. postage.
This holiday season, people are going to be mailing stuff more than ever before. That means the post office is going to be busy, but you don't have time for that. Stamps.com brings the post office and now UPS shipping right to your computer. Mail and ship anything from the convenience of your home or office. With Stamps.com, anything you can do at the post office, you can do instead with just a few clicks. Plus, Stamps.com saves you money with deep discounts that you can't even get at the post office. Stamps.com brings all the service of the U.S. Postal Service and UPS right to your computer. Stamps.com is a must-have for any business, whether you're a small office sending out invoices or an online seller fulfilling orders during this record-setting holiday season, or a giant warehouse sending thousands of packages a day. Stamps.com can handle all of it with ease. Simply use your computer to print out official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. Once your mail is ready, just schedule a pickup or drop it off. It is that simple. With Stamps.com, you get 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 40% off priority mail and up to 62% off UPS shipping rates. Not to mention it is a fraction of the cost of those expensive postage meters. Stamps.com is a no-brainer. I've said it before, I'm saying it again, and I will say it in the future. Saving you time and money. It is no wonder over 900,000 small businesses already use Stamps.com. So don't spend a minute of your holiday season at the post office this year. Sign up for Stamps.com. Instead, there is no risk. With our promo code INSIDE, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in INSIDE. That's Stamps.com. Enter INSIDE. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
All right, back to the Xbox Series X. As you probably know, the console's gotten off to a pretty good start. Launched last week, and Xbox boss Phil Spencer, friend of the show, called it the largest launch day in Xbox history. He added that in 24 hours, they saw more new consoles sold in more countries than ever before.
Wow.
And he said that we're working with retail to resupply as quickly as possible because much like the PS5, Xbox has also been having supply issues, which is not uncommon for new consoles, but it's probably been exacerbated this year due to the worldwide pandemic that is affecting supply chains around the world. He's just hearing about the pandemic now.
He's got to go process this.
Okay. You doing all right, pal?
I'm good.
Yeah, just let us know if you need to like sit out or you need a soda or an orange slice.
You let me know if you need to go take a shit during the middle of the record or blow your nose or...
Yeah, all those times I'm
All
going
right.
to take a shit during a record.
At least
You
once.
psycho.
At least once.
Yeah, but I didn't leave my desk.
Wait, what? No. So Spencer recently apologized for the shortages and said again that they're working on it. He made an appearance at GlitchCon to discuss the console's launch, and he apologized for the shortages, saying, "We need more consoles. The number one request I get over and over is it's so hard to get consoles right now, and I really apologize for that."
He added, "We've been building them for almost 2 months now and trying to get as many into the stores as we can, but the demand is just so high," which is a good problem to have, but you need to get them into people's hands at some point.
The bad news is these console shortages are expected to continue through the holiday season and into next year. Stewart also brought up supply issues when it comes to the Series X and S, and he said that, "I think we'll continue to see supply shortages as we head into the post-holiday quarter."
He added that we'll have supply cranking over the next, 4, 5, 6 months? And that's what I expect to see, really, that demand profile start to be met, which will be really, really great.
He said that supplies of the console will start to level out around April of next year, which means months more of waiting for lots of people. Stewart attributed all of the demand due to the fact that gaming is just exploding.
He added, "It's a $200 billion a year industry, and so kids, adults, male, female, young, old, whatever it is, are games." What? Are games? What the
Is this a Brian issue?
I don't know.
It's
I'm
gotta
gonna-
be our gamers.
Nope, it's
It's
our
no,
games.
that's the quote.
Our games.
Okay, I get it. It's dumb.
Can you explain it to me?
The gaming experiences, their games. It's the fun of booting up
Yeah.
your console. That's games,
It might
baby.
be like a shorthand for games, like
Games
industry,
industry.
kind of. Yeah.
It still sounds bad.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
Kids, adults, male, female, young, old, whatever it is, are games. And so that drives that demand profile, which we love to see. I mean, you definitely love to see it if you're in the video game business. If you are games.
If you are games.
I am
Yes,
I am
yes,
games.
yes.
Is anyone else feeling a little games?
Stand up and be counted if you are games.
Meanwhile, Sony is having similar supply issues with the PlayStation 5, but they haven't given any forecasts yet as to when we'll start to see more PS5s. So a few weeks ago, Jim Ryan, friend of the show, the CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, told Reuters that the demand for PS5 based on pre-orders was very, very considerable.
He added that it may well be that not everybody who wants to buy a PS5 on launch day will be able to find one. That was quite the understatement there. But like his counterparts at Microsoft, Ryan said that they are working as hard as we ever can to ensure supply meets demand. Why is that a limerick?
Ryan reportedly laid a finger aside his nose and floated skyward, twinkling all the while. All right, everybody. I hope you have a good day.
If my name guess can ye, the PS5 shall be unto thee.
For free. Oh. That's enough wordplay. This show is prose, okay?
If y'ain want an Xbox X, me is the one you must sex.
There it is.
Do you remember? It's Monday, Inside Gaming Daily. Microsoft just dropped a bomb on the gaming industry with one of the biggest acquisitions we've ever seen. Had a lot of ideas to fit into that opening.
Yeah, news broke early this morning that Microsoft had acquired ZeniMax Media, aka the parent company of